What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Money Moves with Kay. I am Kay, and today we're going to talk about secret auction websites to purchase real estate online. So if you're interested in purchase real estate online, this is the video for you. And I'll go through a couple websites that I found I've actually known about. I have a plethora of websites that I have on deck in the event that I need to pull out a video to help the people, you guys, and give you resources. So I've already known about these websites, but this is the first time I'm presenting it to you. So without further ado, let's get started. So the first website I want to discuss with you is called lastbidrealestate.com. Once again, it's lastbidrealestate.com. Now, this is a website that I really do like because it is user friendly. For me, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the colors, maybe it's the easy navigation on the website. It helps me to identify what properties are where and how much and other pertinent information that I need in order to see the lay of the land, okay? Literally. So here we go. So and another thing I like about this website is they have commercial property as well for auction. I've seen in the past, and I posted this on my Instagram. Make sure follow me on Instagram as well. I post things on Instagram that I don't post, obviously, on YouTube. And I saw a car wash that was up for auction, and I do believe it sold for like $64,000. It could have been in Michigan. I'm not necessarily sure, but I do remember the price was between $64,000 and $80,000. It was used, of course, up for auction. And I think, in my opinion, just by me looking at car washes lately, car wash is a boring business, but it is actually very lucrative. And yeah, to me, that was a good deal. But of course, you do need the capital. Talking about car washes for just a second, you need the capital in order to fix the washers, fix the vacuum machines, if needed, which more than likely, if you're purchasing it used, then it will need some of those things, okay? So it is a lot of capital that you need up front with a car wash as an example. But for right now, we're talking about lastbidrealestate.com, and they have quite a few properties. Another thing I like about this website is that they have properties that were sold. I'll get to that in a second section where I talk about properties sold on this website. But for right now, we're talking about this website, and they do delve mainly in the Michigan area, okay? So if you're in the Michigan area or you're interested in purchasing in the Michigan area, this website is for you. So you have the starting bid here is $100,000. You have some commercial property. As I stated earlier, you do have, or they have commercial properties on this website. So keep that in mind as you look and try to find some really affordable properties. They have a lot of land too, and I'm gonna show you in just a second some land. Let me see, hold on, let me scroll up. They're saying that this auction is starting at $5,000, the starting bid. Let's click it. And of course, I always preach due diligence. So if you see my video, which you're watching right now, and you say, hey, I don't know about this website, Kay, do your due diligence and check out the website on all the websites I mentioned today or in the past on my channel. That's your money. It's up to you to figure out if this is a good deal, if it's a good website, if it's legit, if it has good reviews, all of those things you need to know before you place a bid on one of these properties, okay? So this is in Hartford, Michigan. $5,000 is the starting bid. You have some commercial property right here. This is land. Now with land, especially even with commercial land, you need to identify if it has its own, its own access. Does it have access, right? Easy access to the property. Hold on. So the picture, okay. See, here's where this is why you may watch this channel, is because sometimes I look at these websites and I look at the properties that are on these websites and I just kind of scroll through and just kind of see what's on here. But I'm really looking at this one. The reason being is because depending on the situation, now it does look like this is a commercial property potential. I see all the parking spaces. More than likely, it's a commercial space or industrial. But if you look where it's outlined, now we're just talking here. Of course, you're going to do your due diligence, but we're just talking from the surface level, just looking at the picture, right? If you look at it, Two things stand out to me. Two things stand out to Money Moves with Kay. I see two potential, and you would need to identify if there are any easements to this land, all that good stuff, all right? That's a part of your due diligence. But I see a parking space right here, and I see a parking space right here. Now, I do not invest in Michigan, so I have no idea anything about Michigan, but this does, from me being in real estate, this does look or appear, I see it's a highway. It appears to be maybe a major highway, right? So let's take that for what it is. Let's just say that it is a major highway. And there's a pull-off area here in which you can park. What comes to my mind? What comes to my mind is allowing or charging for tractor trailers to park here. Let me get it out. Charging for tractor trailers to park their trucks here overnight or however the case may be. Let me look at more pictures to get more information. But that is a fee. And you don't have to redo the parking lot. This is cool. This is cool. In my head, it looks like a rest stop anyway. Let me see, because I see a car parked here. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so this is interesting. Whether it be a tractor trailer, right? It appears, of course you do your own due diligence, but it appears it could be zoned appropriately as well for you to do what I'm saying. Now these cars right here, they appear to be parked here for this, but this clearly looks abandoned, right? And folks are just parking here because it's nearby. Now this is, and I saw in the picture, the first picture, this is residential. Wow. Okay. All right. I have so many ideas, but my primary idea is what I just mentioned to you, is providing a space for tractor trailers to park and you charge them. That is a major business. There's an app that you can use. Off the top of my head, I do not know what the app is called, but it allows for you to identify truckers to identify where they can park overnight their truck, because a lot of times they can't take the truck home. So where are they parking their truck, right? And for me, what I would do is, of course, I would charge. You would clean this up a little bit, but it's already done. I think that is the key here. That is the positive. The pro is that it's already paved. It's already good to go. You just need to clean it up. And yeah, even if you did like food trucks, right? If you allow food trucks to rent a space here and set up because it's on a major road. Now, I don't know anything about this area, so I'm just going off of, again, surface level, but allowing food trucks to park and sell here, but they would have to, essentially pay a fee. Those are two ideas that I have. But number one would be the trucker idea. I think that's a pretty fascinating idea. And the starting bid here is $10,000. I will look at zoning for that particular piece of land, that vacant lot. And it actually says it right here. No, it doesn't. So yeah, that's very fascinating. Moving on, because I'll stick with that for a long time. I just want to kind of show you what's on this website. Also, make sure you look at the rules and regulations for this website. This is a bidding website. It's an auction style. So you need to know if there's a premium. You need to know the fees associated with your bid. You don't want to say, oh, it's $10,000 and then bid. And then, before you know it, you're paying more than you anticipated. This is a commercial building. These are lots of land starting at $1,000. Let's click this as an example. 41 days left. Of course, that probably is going to go up in price, but not necessarily in a second. I will show you what sold. Let me see. This appears to be a residential property, but if you purchase these, as an example, what I was talking about earlier with the first one I went over about the empty lot, you need to have access. So clearly from the picture, I don't see any access to I don't see any access to these plots of land. Does that mean that it's not? I know what you can do with it. I'm not going to say on this video what you can do with this. I do see there's a river. I think that's a river. Yeah. But yeah, you need to check easement, see if, there's any problems, which it would look like it would be, because there are no, let me see. Yeah, I think they're showing this because you probably have to go, these are the homes, it appears. You probably have to go back here, and the lots of land that you were purchasing are probably back there. That's just off of my first glance, because I'm curious why they even have this picture, right? This is a way for you, and I see tire marks here. This is probably a way for you to go and have access to your land, but you need to look at this. Currently assessed via an easement, the buyer can put in an improved driveway if they wish to build a home. The home is on. I just mentioned easement, so definitely check that out. If you're interested, this is a home for $10,000 starting bid. We know that's the starting bid. We know that's not the ending bid. I will reinforce that time and time again on all my videos. These are the starting bid. Let's take a second and check what sold. Past auctions. And these are fairly recent. So this one has an open house. This was October 17th. $131,000 for a commercial building. Let's see what else is here. Okay, these are pretty pricey. $75,000, not really. 1.45 acres in Decatur, Michigan. Okay. This is $3,000. Somebody purchased this piece of land for $3,000. Let's check it out. Ooh, it has road access. You need to check utilities once you are purchasing land like this. I see something interesting though that could be problematic for, I don't know. You see how this is this person's driveway, and whoever purchased this piece of land outlined in red, they have, I guess, access to their driveway. So I'm assuming, yeah, that could be something they would have to look into. Most things with land are fixable, right? Most, I say. Golf Association. It probably has an HOA, I'm assuming. Golf course. The HOA fee is $395. It depends. I don't like HOA fees. I think they're silly, and I will not purchase property anywhere for no amount of money if it has an HOA. That's just me talking. I like to purchase a property and do with that property as I see fit, according to zoning and according to the maximum allowable usage. Okay. So this one was sold for $5,000. This is okay. So it looks like it's in the same vicinity, same neighborhood, because it says Hawks Eye Golf Association. This is a building. This could pass for a school, but it looks like let's see. Okay, maybe a warehouse. Somebody purchased it for $85,000. $500. Come on, guys. This probably is, okay, Hawks Eye Golf Association. Same thing, same area. But for $500, let's see what they actually got, though. Like, what do they get? They still have access to the road. And it looks like these are all plots of land that... I need more details. Maybe they're building in this neighborhood, because I see some homes are not there. All right, I'm done with this website. I just wanted to show you properties, kind of delve into my thinking process when I'm looking at these properties. And also I wanted to look at past auctions so you can get an idea of what has sold in the past. All right, moving on. So I want to go over this second website with you. This is Williams & Williams. Williams & Williams, they say they've been in business for over 10 years. I always look at the About Us. It lets me know just a little bit about the company that you are dealing with. Here's the About Williams and Williams. You can read it yourself. It says they've sold more than $10 billion in real estate across 50 states, Washington, D.C., Puerto Rico, Central America, and Europe. It goes on and on and on. Now, when I first came to this website, I was kind of confused as to how Williams and Williams and Auction Network, because if you see it up here, it says powered. Oops, it says, let me go over. It says powered by Auction Network. So I was curious how they correlate. But it does mention up here, says Auction Network is our bidding platform, which allows for online bidding. It says betting from anywhere in the world, truly bringing all builders to the table. Okay. And then they have a luxury site as well. But let's go back to the main site. They have some pretty interesting finds here. They have REO properties, HUD second chance properties, and foreclosure trustee. Let's see. All right, so this is the bidding platform. They have a current bid. They have the properties listed. They have the price. They have everything you need. They have the location where it's located. Let me see. Okay. Current increment is $1,500. Guys, I always encourage you to do your due diligence, not only on the property, but also on the actual websites that I'm providing for you. I said that earlier. I'm just reinforcing what I said earlier. This is $15,000, the current bid. Okay. Pre-auction offers encouraged. You have to know the terms of that particular auction as well. That's very, very important. They have a technology fee. These are all the fees, right? You have to weigh, is it worth it? Okay. And you have to identify what are your protections in this process. So reach out to them. They'll kind of give you more information. Do your research on BBB, Better Business Bureau, everywhere. Do everything you need in order to figure out if this is a good company you should go through and find properties. But that is what I wanted to discuss with you today. I wanted to bring you a couple of my catalog of auction websites that you can find properties online to help you better source some good deals. All right. That's the end of my video. If you made it this far in the video, make sure in the comment section, put auction. It allows me to know you made it this far in the video, and I truly do appreciate it. Until next time, guys, you stay blessed. Peace.